Alright, hey everybody, welcome to our first podcast. I'm Raguser,
I'm Snake.
and we just started this podcast so we could start talking about general Roblox stuff that's going on in the community, new features, all that kind of stuff. For our first episode, we thought we'd go into some user-generated content, because that was something new that came up from RDC, and I don't know, what do you think about it, Snake?
Well, I mean, you mentioned that it just came out in RDC. It was funny because we were just at RDC a couple days ago, and they said that, like, oh, it's going to be coming soon. And then, like, 2 days later, they released it because it's currently on the catalog. I'm sure you're aware, right?
Yeah, I saw
like,
it.
It's out.
I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty, it's epic.
Yeah, I saw, like, a couple people on there. I don't know how you actually get on that whitelist. Do you know?
They said it was like people that are already that they've worked with in the past, and I guess that kind of makes sense because I know, like, I think Biasm, I know she has access. There's a few other people
on there. That's the only person.
Yeah, so
I
it's
know
just
that's
people
on
they
there.
worked with, and then there's Arethia or something like that. I don't know. She's gonna be in the internship with us, but she's on it too, and she's an intern right now, I believe. And so that's at least 3 people. I don't really know how you get on, but
That's
I
pretty
think
cool,
it's just people
though.
they trust.
It's definitely like a step forward for the community and all that. Because
I don't
now,
know.
like, we can contribute. Why do you not like it?
I'm not sure. I like it how it is right now because there's only like 5 people that have access. But to my knowledge, the next step is that they want to add like more people, of course. And the way they want to add more people, I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I know their end goal is to have like literally everyone can do it, which is pretty stupid because it's just going to be a lot of spam. So hopefully it's like a BC. Well, I guess it's premium now. They switched over to premium, a premium only feature. But even at that point, it's still going to be like a lot of spam.
Oh yeah, speaking of that premium stuff, that's basically supposed to replace Builders Club entirely, right? So there won't be like an OBC,
Yeah.
TBC, BC.
No, there's no more tiers.
Just
it's
one
all,
flat model. Okay.
Yeah, so everything that you get with OBC is now applied to everyone, pretty much, and except for there's less Robux per month. And but like, all the place files and the group space and Devex, it's all under premium now. It's all just one tier. And the only other change besides that is that it's at the beginning of the month, you get all your Robux for the month, which is 450, instead of how we do it now, where you get like 25 a day, which I think is really gonna screw up a lot of the games and monetization rates. Because now it's like, if you have a game pass that's over 450 Robux, you should just make it 450, or at least near it. It should be exactly 450, because then you're gonna capitalize on those sales.
I feel like most people who sell expensive game passes and stuff like that tend to bank on the people actually buying Robux or like having it from their own games.
But the whole idea of saving up is now gone, because no one's going to wait a month to save up. I don't really know much about like if people actually, how much people save up. I know it used to be, the only thing to do in the past. I'm not really sure if a lot of people do it still, but I don't know. I'm curious to see how it's all going to affect sales. Probably shouldn't, but it might. But anyways, so you have to have premium, or at least I hope you're going to have it to upload. But I think this was Sir Doom Knight's idea. But the best way to do like UGC hats to make sure there's no spam is make it an outrageous upload fee. Kind of like how we have fees for audio and I think just audio, I guess. But like if you had, if it cost 50,000 Robux, which is a lot, it's a shit ton. But if it costs that much to upload a hat to the catalog, then only serious people would upload it out of fear of it getting denied and losing those Robux. And of course, if it's a good hat, they're going to make that money back anyways. So why does it matter,
I'm pretty sure the percentage Roblox takes off is like 70%.
It's 70%. Yeah, they only get 30%.
That's a little wild.
But I mean, I looked at the most selling one already, and they made 480,000, including the tax. So they make and that's been 2 days. So they'll make the money back. It's just a barrier entry to stop spammers and bots and all these things that Roblox currently has an issue with.
Yeah, spammers and bots have actually. I mean, there's no way to really know. Well, I mean, you can kind of tell what games are botted and what aren't, just like from looking at all the potential alts in
Well, I'm not
there.
talking about like games. I'm talking about like clothes is currently like. Well, actually, I'm not even sure if they're bots anymore. It's just copying at this point. There's just so many copies of everything, and they said they were gonna try to avoid that, but I don't know if they're gonna. Probably not. Were you at the? Oh wait, at RDC, were you at the talk where they were talking about this? It was
about
me
UGC?
and Jake.
No, I wasn't at that one. I was at the
No,
technical
it was
talk.
me, Jake, and other Nick. Yeah, you weren't there. Okay, well, something funny happened there. They were announcing all this, and then they said they started taking questions and answers, and the guy with the questions and answers, he said, or someone asked, I guess they're like, what are you gonna do about people that copy assets and re-upload those as UGC, particularly in a sense of what are you going to do about current shirts and pants and stuff like that are copied, because all the clothing designers on Twitter constantly complain about people copying their clothes, and the guy's response was
Roblox does about it.
Yeah, well, the guy's response was something like, well, he literally said it like I'm saying it right now, like he had very drawn out sentences. He's like, well, hopefully we find something while making anti-copying measures for the 3D hat assets that might apply to shirts and pants. He said it just like that, like very vague, like it might help the shirts and pants. I can't say that it will, but it might. And then later, I checked Twitter that same night, and a lot of the artists on Roblox on the Twitter community, they said, it's now official, guys. Roblox announced that they're going to be stopping copiers from the clothing section. And it's like, oh, that's not what they said. They said maybe.
I don't know how they stopped them.
It sounded like
because
they weren't going to do it.
It's just so easy to get shirt templates and all those and just re-upload them.
Well, it was fine before groups. I'm not really sure how it works anymore, but I know that you used to have BC to do shirts and pants, and then when they had groups, you had to have NBC to do it, or you didn't matter what you had, and that caused a lot of issues. But then they got rid of that, but I don't think they deleted the clothes that all those groups uploaded, so now there's a bunch of clothes that are still copied. I mean, you can't search
if you
anything
even go onto the catalog, if you go into the catalog and try and search for something, you get like a million of the same exact kind of clothing.
Yeah, me and Jake, what we do now is we just Google search what we want. We search Roblox and then the name of the clothes, and that works pretty well. Way better than the current catalog, which is messed up. But so anyways, hopefully that doesn't happen with hats. They really don't want it to, but shoot, if they can't figure out how to do it with 2D images, how are they going to be able to do it with 3D models?
You see, I feel like as long as you keep it on a whitelist, then you at least avoid that to an extent.
But they want to get rid of the whitelist.
Even if it was just dev forum members, like maybe just if it was dev forum members.
Yeah,
that
would work. But like I said, they want to. But they want to open it up to everyone.
It just doesn't. I don't know about that.
They claim they're gonna have like a way to do it. Yeah, that's why I'm saying like a Robux barrier to entry would like fix it. Like I don't care how many bots or how much spammers you have. Yeah, I mean seriously.
Not a lot of people have 50,000 Robux. I mean, what is that in terms of like actual US dollars? Like buying.
From which buying it? It's like at least right now.
It's like $500.
That.
I'm pretty sure it's like
probably
$10 for 1,000.
I think it's like $1,000. No, it's like $6. It's $6 for $4.99. So I don't know how you want to calculate that, but it's a lot of money. It's actually I know how much it is. It's it is $500 or close. But
yeah, that just seems like I mean, it would keep people out, but then okay, let's say someone's a really good 3D modeler and they want to make money doing that, right? Well, they don't have the money to start, so they can't make any money off it because they can't even start. They'd have to get some kind of like investment from somebody.
Okay, well, yeah, I know that's the only issue is with the Robux. It stops everything, but then there's like such a huge barrier to entry for anyone who wants to get into it. The people that are already in it are fine, but the people that want to get into it are screwed. Alternatively, they could do something like Steam Workshop has, where the people just vote for which ones get in. But Something tells me Roblox doesn't want to spend that much effort making a system.
Well, voting could just
get botted. Well, not if you restrict the voters to a certain category, because then it doesn't hurt anybody. Yeah. But it still might be spammed. I don't know. They have to be smart about it. I don't know.
That's an interesting one.
I don't know. I wonder how much money you can really make off hats. Because right now, I'm sure I know those people are making a lot. But you know what else they said during the talk? You weren't there, but what they said is, even when they get it open to everyone, they plan to limit it in a way where it's like only a certain number of hats per like month or week or something like that are allowed in. I think that was one of their possible solutions, where it's like, okay, well, only 50 hats per month are actually allowed to be uploaded. I don't know what they're going to do to do that.
That might be helpful. But, I mean, Roblox has easily over 1 million current users. I believe we hit some kind of milestone recently.
Yeah, but no, they mean like the hats are still going to be moderated and stuff. So the moderators accept the hats, and then they count up to 50, and then they're like, oh, it's over. Or, for example.
Okay.
I guess that helps a little bit, but I still wish the current catalog was fixed, because it's like bad.
It's kind of broken right now.
It's really bad. I made a post on the dev forums years ago where I said, please at least fix the search functionality, give us like quotes and pluses and minuses. There's all these things. I don't know if you use them, but when you Google stuff, you can like do all these different little commands on Google's bar, like what you type in, to make sure you only get certain things, certain results. I wish we had something like that, but I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of like search functions, trying to use the Roblox library to find any sounds, it just seems like it's spammed with sounds uploaded by Roblox that are just like songs.
Yeah, well, that's if they could differentiate like length, that'd help. But I think Roblox wants it like that, because
I think they want more user-generated sounds.
Do
like
they?
Making
because
your own. I don't know.
If they did, then they wouldn't have closed
it.
No, well, remember when it was open and it was like the best thing ever, and then they're like, let's close that. I feel like it was a very small minority of people that were just mad that people were like taking sounds that they uploaded, but I did not care if people take my sounds, and I uploaded a bunch because I don't know, I thought it was kind of like a give and take thing.
Yeah, you give, and you can also like kind of take what you need.
Yeah. But no, they got rid of that just because a few people complained. But that's okay. It's slightly... yeah, it sucks now. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, it just sucks. There's nothing good about it.
Literally, when it got removed, I was trying to write a crawler bot that would just like find all the audio IDs and like put them in their own table for me to like go through, but it took too long, and I was like, fuck it.
In the call earlier today, I was sitting there with Dom and just talking about like I can't find a single sound that I need. All I need is a fist punch sound, and I kept getting like fist punch the movie or some shit.
Yeah, and fist punch the movie. Yeah, all the sound, like you search up like punch sound effect, and then you literally find an audio called punch sound effect, and it's a 30-second long song that was named punch sound effect. I don't know where that shit come from. That's crazy.
And we had another topic. We were gonna talk about how like people make community games now and stuff like that. For anyone who doesn't know,
became a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, a community game is usually like a closed access game that you make not with the intention of making any money, but with like just having a group of friends or maybe like a couple hundred people just play it consistently. And it's just supposed to like be a deeper experience because only a couple people get to share it.
Yeah. And the whole idea, I mean, that's what it is now, but what the idea originally was just like, I don't want a bunch of people that I don't know filling up the servers, because we can only have so many people in a server, and we want to have a dedicated community of people that like interact, and we don't just want random noobs, right? Because I didn't want all the people that played Final Stands in the streets playing in O2, and that's why that became closed. And it worked really well.
Right.
It worked too well because everyone wanted in.
Yeah.
And then Rogue did the same thing.
And then everyone figured they would start doing that. But you find like a lot of people trying to make them now. Yeah, well.
Yeah, but they're doing it for the wrong. They're doing it for the. I don't even know what they're doing it for anymore. They're just doing it because they think it's cool.
So like when you make it, you're making it with the idea that this is going to make me no money. And I think that's why a lot of them don't get released. They get like started and people have ideas for them, but they never finish them because you need a lot of motivation just to finish something that's it's literally just not going to pay off.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's what NO2 was, but for you, Rogue turned into a moneymaker, which was interesting. But I always, when I make community games, especially closed community, like, I try my best to make sure they're non-profit completely, because I don't like, I'm not trying to create anything but an experience. So,
yeah, I think that might be a good way to go about it, at least for some developers, is like start the game in a closed community state, and then if it's good enough, you can move it to open. Or like paid access or something, if you still want to keep it limited to the amount of people.
Yeah, well, no, that's fine. Especially group only. I think group only and paid access are great ideas for when games are just being started out. But a lot of people are really trying to replicate the whole closed thing. And it, I get it's kind of alluring because in a way NO2 and Rogue Lineage were both super overhyped because they were closed. I mean, you create so much hype just because they're closed, especially if they're decent products.
Yeah, they don't even have to be like the best games on the site. They just people don't get to play them and they want to play them.
I think that maybe they do it because they want that hype. I mean, that's what I think. I'm not sure if that's what they do it for, but that's a good reason to do it.
I don't know. I don't know if they do it for the hype. I mean, we don't do it for the hype.
I do.
Oh, well, I don't know. I made Rogue because I
don't.
Want to play
I haven't made anything
game.
Since then, but if I did, I would want to make it. It's a good way to generate hype. It's not something I do, but it's like it's an idea.
Yeah.
It's a way to generate hype, I think. The other, you know what?
It definitely does generate a ton of it, though.
Do you want to know that other thing that generated hype?
What?
That One Piece game that had like a 3-week countdown on it. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember like seeing that.
Yeah, that created so much hype. Because they had so many people, and then they offered
because everyone was talking about it. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's gonna release soon." They had people like waiting in the servers when the game wasn't even out for hours.
Yeah, that's a way to create hype.
Yeah, that's I guess building up to release dates. Release dates create hype. Just like knowing it's gonna come out at some point. I don't
like making hype.
You can go for the reverse situation though and just drop a game and with absolutely no telling of anybody, and it might go well. I mean, that's what Apex Legends did. It just
that's what I like to do. I don't like creating hype for my games because I like the more organic style of games getting popular. Like if a game's shitty, then it's gonna die shitty. I don't want it to be like blow up and then end up being shitty and then fail.
And then
I'd
rather just fail from the start. It's shitty, and then they play it.
Yeah, it was shit. I'd rather it just be released, and if it's good, then it becomes good. You know.
Do you know any like community games that are coming out right now by anybody?
New community games? I don't know. I don't really pay attention.
Like making any
there's
right
no. I don't. Tons of people
like,
are, but I don't know if there's any like. Oh wait. Literally one I saw today.
One? Who is it?
I think. Let me look. I'm actually gonna alt tab. I thought it was the Magi game, I think.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing people talk about that.
I can't find it, but I swear I played it today.
The
and it was,
game?
I don't know. There's a few, but I just can't remember what they are. They're all because I've never played them. But, what about that Bleach 2.0? Is that one of them?
Bleach 2.0.
Blotch.
Blotch. I think that got closed. I think that got closed down. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know,
got on the Discord server and it got closed down.
They closed it for community.
No, I'm pretty sure no one's playing. No one's allowed to play it right now. They're redoing the combat. I don't know. Me and Par went in there and we were just talking to them and we found out they didn't like us because we worked on Primera.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know any community games that are coming out right now. But I mean, I'm not a player, right? So I don't know. I wouldn't even be aware. I mean, I can see cool stuff on Twitter and what other people send me, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, that's another thing with community games. If you don't already have a following of people, it's really hard to get your community game hyped. I mean, I think you already have to make a successful game first. Because, like, I didn't make a successful game before Rogue, but I worked with you, so people knew about me, and that's how they found out about Rogue.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hopefully it dies out. I don't think the community game meme is gonna last that long.
It's not sustainable. I don't think it'll last very long.
The paid access meme, that's a good one. That's gonna last. I like it.
Paid access is good. I think that's a good way to gate people you don't want getting in as well. And you can do a relatively expensive one. Rogue's kind of expensive. I think $350 is a pretty expensive paid access.
I think so. Well, it used to be more though. You used to have it at 500.
It used to be 500, yeah. And people still bought it. It still was like running similar. What'd you say?
Yeah, I think 350 is fine.
Yeah, 350 is pretty good.
I don't know what a good community game cost is. 20. That was 25 for the longest time though. I think they still are.
Yeah, they still are.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I wish you could make it lower than 25, but that's my own perspective. Like, I wish I could make it. I wish I could have one of two things: either like BC only games again, so people that have BC can play, or I guess premium, or one Robux paid access or something. Because like, I really only wanted to get rid of alts and.
Oh yeah, what happened to BC only games?
They removed it because not a lot of people used it for legitimate causes. Plus, one of the only upsides to BC games was that you got more ticks per visit, and ticks have been gone for a long time. So
yeah, that's good that ticks are gone though. They just inflate.
Yeah. Oh, they just inflate the economy. So, RDC, is there anything else we can talk about with RDC? I'm surprised you didn't go to so many panels. You kind of you hung out in the room with me instead of going to the panels.
I thought I hung out with Ark most of that day.
That was after. I'm talking about the panels, like the 45-minute things. Remember when we got pizza?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't super interested in a lot, but what I was kind of interested in was the votes we had to do at RDC for the features we wanted.
I didn't even read any other ones.
One was straight up just increased Devex rates.
Well, that was the one.
More money.
Won. That one won.
Of course it won. I don't know about that.
I voted for it. I voted
for it too. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Didn't Wheatley say it was kind of demeaning, right? That was Wheatley's?
Yeah, Wheatley's did say that.
It's pretty true.
They were kind of right.
Something's demeaning about making the devs vote. for more money.
What do you do to the people that don't vote for it?
I mean,
do you think we're actually going to get better DevX rates?
Yeah, I think that was just. I think what they did.
I think that was a way of announcing it, maybe.
I think that was kind of a way of announcing it, and B, a way of saying, "Oh, well, we had all these features planned, but you guys chose this one, so we're not going to work on the other ones."
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, they expected everyone to go for increased payouts, maybe so they didn't have to release the other one so early.
Yeah.
Because then nobody would expect them to.
Yeah, increased DevX rates.
That's a little conspiracy theorist right there, but
I don't know how much they. I feel like they wouldn't increase it by that much. They'd probably only go from 350 to 400 for the base model.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, they were talking about like some people, like the top whatever, getting more. Like the top 50 games or something like that.
No, that's dumb. That's like that's I don't like that. I'd rather, honestly, it doesn't make sense, but I'd like it the other way around.
I benefit from it, but...
I know, but I think it'd make more sense. I feel like the reason Roblox doesn't want to increase it is because, okay, it's like exponential almost. Like, sure, they make 350 go to 400, but now, the stuff that, the top, game, like the number top 3 games are doing where they make like $1 million a month. Yeah. Now goes to like 3 million, and now Roblox is in the red.
Yeah, so I feel like I don't know how that works, and I feel like that's a big reason why they don't allow for like people to make more. Like that's why they're like kind of antsy about upping the Devex rates.
Yeah,
is because I mean it's easy to say, oh, well, developers need to get paid more, but some people are really just making all the money on the site.
Yeah.
Like Welcome to Blacksburg, that's been like top earning #1 for months, I think. I mean, it's a great game, but it makes so much money.
Yeah, I mean, I know when people bring up the Devex rates, like, some of their justifications for why it should be higher are, like, showing how much money similar games would make on, like, Steam, I guess, and stuff like that, and showing how much higher it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like we make a lot more than most Steam devs, or at least indie devs.
Definitely Steam devs, yeah, or Steam indie devs, sure. And smaller games too. But like, it's not about.
Roblox is
it's
Roblox
not about how much you
make;
it's the percentage you get.
I mean, I think we make like 70% of our earnings. They take about 30%, right? Oh,
no,
we don't.
The other way around.
They take 70, we make 30.
If you do all the math and kind of math it out, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess if you factor in like the cash in to cash out rate and all that. I was just thinking about the general marketplace fee.
Cash in to cash out, and then then the 70% on top of that, which ends up coming to around 30% of the initial dollar value. So I don't know.
Damn.
I mean, there's a lot of people that work at Roblox, and I don't know. So they have.
I mean, to pay us more, they would have to lower their profits. I mean, that's all that happens. Like, they don't make any more for paying us more.
Yeah.
Like, there's no profit incentive for them to do it.
There really isn't. There's no incentive for them to do it.
No. So I feel like if they do it, I mean, I'm happy to get more money, but I don't know.
I think they're going to do it anyways.
What's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to be a big increase. I think they're going to do it, and it'll shut everyone up for a little bit, and that'll be that.
Nah, probably.
And I think it's going to take a long time to do, too.
You find that, like, the games that tend to, like, complain about not making enough are games that either aren't monetized correctly or
aren't successful games.
Aren't successful enough, yeah. I mean, if you're in the top 20 of top earning, you're probably doing pretty well, I imagine.
Oh, definitely, especially top earning.
Yeah. But just because you're on the popular sort doesn't mean you're in top earning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also have to factor in, like, larger teams. Like, I mean, if you're doing essentially a solo project, you're getting 100% of the profits. You can do pretty well off that, like, in top 20 top earning, especially if you're making 100% of it. But if you have, like, a 5-man team and it's split up 20-20-20, then...
Or more. People are trying to do more. And
Roblox does not sustain large teams right now, like, at all.
It doesn't. But they're really pushing it. They really want large teams. I'm not sure why. I think it's for, like, so they look more professional, but...
It just doesn't work
Why does team size make something look more professional rather than player size or money size, I guess?
I mean, you find that a small team is usually, like, has made some great games. Hollow Knight, Undertale, those are made by, like, either small teams or, like, 1 or 2 people.
Shovel Knight, for sure. Wasn't that one person?
Shovel Knight, I think that was.
Shovel Knight?
Undertale was Toby Fox, and he had some help, but it was mostly him.
His, like, girlfriend helped him. She was, like, the artist or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, you can make great games with few people. I don't know why you would want a large team. That also feels like it makes it more messy.
It depends. I don't know. We can have I think we should do another podcast on this topic alone, because there's a lot to say about teams.
About just team size.
Just developing teams and stuff, yeah.
All right. We'll talk about that in the next episode.
Perfect. I think we're pretty much at time anyways.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next episode of Snake and the Goozer.
We're not calling it that. I don't like it.
All right, all right. So we'll have a vote in the comments. A for Snake and the Goozer. B for Roblox Talk with Rag and Snake.
No, I don't. Or C, just Rag and Snake podcast. That's what I like.
Or Rag and Snake podcast.
That's what I'm uploading.
We all know it's going to be Snake and the Goozer. All right. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.